So in this episode, I'm going to be looking at the best Gothic and alternative scents. Things that smell nice. Let's do it. Welcome to By Candlelight, beaming goth, darkwave and post-punk straight into your brain. Brain via your nose. So yeah, my favourite goth fragrances. Let's give this a little bit of context. About a year ago, I posed the question, what do you guys spray on yourselves to make you smell good? Because we don't want to smell like everyone else. We want something dark, something really alternative. Not something that you could just walk into a shop on a high street and just buy there and then, although that would be easier. And I don't think it was because people were ignoring the question. I just think that genuinely there's not a load of alternative fragrances out there for men and women. And that took me on a big hunt. You know, I wanted to find scents that anyone could wear that would be a little bit darker, a little bit more mysterious, and I've got a few together. I'm not going to profess that I've tried everything out there, so rather than say best, this is probably more of my favourite fragrances. And the whole point of this video as well is to get your suggestions. I'd love to know what you think of what I'm going to be talking about in this video, and if you've got certain scents that you wear that you love, please let me know in the comments. So a lot of these scents I'm going to be talking about are actually oils, and I know sometimes it's hard to distinguish between what is an incense oil that you would put in a burner and what you would wear on yourself, but I don't think it really matters. I think that's a bit of a judgment call. So also to say that not a lot of these look amazing in terms of the bottles that they come in. Some of them look quite basic, whereas other ones have really gone to town and they look absolutely amazing. And I get it. It's hard to recommend fragrances and scents because you've just got me talking about it, but until you go out and actually smell them for yourselves, you're not going to really know. For me, if it's got patchouli in it, it's a bit of a winner. So let's get into it and look at my favourite goth scents. So the first two are from the same brand. They're called Satcha. I think it's Satcha. So the first is called Dragon's Blood, which is a great name, obviously. And this is my go-to scent. This is my everyday one. I just absolutely love it. So Dragon's Blood blends ambers and woods, and it consists of patchouli, rose and jasmine. It's sweet and spicy and earthy, but with cedarwood and orange and clove. That's what the bottle looks like. I know you've got one there, but this is how big it is. Bought this at Whitby Gothic weekend. They just had a range of these, and they were called fragrance oils as opposed to something relating to oil burners. So I thought, I'm just going to give these a go. So this cost me in the UK £6.95, which is really, really cheap. And as I said, it's not in the best looking bottle, but that's not what this is really about. It's all about how they smell. Next up, and also in the same range, is White Sage. I don't wear this as often. This is definitely more herbal and calmer than the Dragon's Blood. Again, this was £6.95, so an absolute bargain. And even if you were going to take a punt on it, that's not a huge amount to pay to try something. And you can always use it in an oil burner if it doesn't suit your skin. So the next one is called Roll On Essential Oil Blend, which is not a great name for a scent. So for me, this one goes head to head with the Dragon's Blood. It's absolutely fantastic. It's got more of a wintry sort of smell, whereas the Dragon's Blood is warmer, I would say. In this scent, there's patchouli and jasmine. It's such a really handy bottle to have when you're travelling, or you could slip that in your pocket or in a bag or anything like that. This is definitely a scent that you would wear because there's a little rollerball on the top. I think this was about £6. So again, you're looking at something really affordable if you want to take a punt. Absolutely love this though. This is absolutely fantastic. So now I've got two at the other end of the spectrum, which are from an online store and a physical store called the Society of Alchemists. So I found the Society of Alchemists by chance. I was coming back from Whitby Gothic weekend and decided that I'll stop off in York and then just came across this beautiful shop, and it's got a real like apothecary sort of feel to it, very old-fashioned, magical, mysterious, and it was just loaded, absolutely loaded with all sort of scents and smells that you could try there and then. You could literally go round and just try absolutely everything, which was absolutely fantastic. And I found 2 that I absolutely loved. So the first one is called Familiars, and let me just show you the box because it is just beautiful. So it comes in like a nice presentation box. Again, this isn't all about the presentation, it's about how it smells, but this kind of, it's got a magnet on it, so it comes open like that. I could smell it now actually, it smells absolutely amazing. Smell that, I could just smell that all day. So yeah, fantastic looking bottle and a fantastic smell. So it's got top notes of pink pepper, whatever pink pepper is, lime, bergamot and mint. And then the middle notes, there's angelica seed, cedarwood and clove. And then the bottom notes are musk, frankincense and sandalwood. And I've got to say, with this one, you really get that peppery smell, but mixed with the wood, and I think that's what makes it really kind of cozy, dark, mysterious. One thing to say about this is that, bizarrely, it changes throughout the day. So you spray it on in the morning, and yeah, it's a spray by the way. You spray it on in the morning, and it just, not only does it last, but it changes, and you can smell it yourself. It's quite bizarre, but really unique. So the second purchase from the Society of Alchemists, Merry Krampus, which was a limited edition scent released only at Christmas. Oh yeah, to start with, comes in a nice little bag, nice little velvet bag. How cool is that? So yeah, there you go. A bit more of a conventional bottle, if you compare that to the Familiars one. Oh, it just smells amazing. So the notes of this, let's have a little look. So this has birchwood, walnut and satsuma oil, and I think it's that orange smell that reminds people of Christmas. Even though it's like a Christmas scent, I'd say you could wear it at any time of year, but it's very warm, very cozy, and it's just, yeah, that is a really, really good one too. So now we're going to move on to Maison Louis Marie number 4. If I want a scent that isn't as dark as all the others, but I still want something that's quite unique, I go with this one. It's a tiny, tiny bottle like that, but it does actually last a long, long time. And again, it's got like a rollerball on the top. So this one's made up of the top notes of sandalwood, cedarwood, with mid notes of nutmeg and cinnamon, and then base notes of amberwood. I just love this one. I mean, in terms of getting feedback from anyone who walks by me, this is the one that will get people asking me, what is that smell? So this one is really, really recommended. This one isn't cheap. It's about 50 or 60 pounds for this bottle, but as I said, it will actually last quite a long time. And you can actually get a Maison Louis Marie sample set, and it comes in that little box there. So you can kind of you can take a punt on that and then choose the one that you really like. But for me, it's definitely number 4 that's the best. So I've got to give an honorary mention to Black Phoenix Alchemy Lab. So this is very similar to Society of Alchemists. This is a store in America. I think it might be in California, I'm not too sure, that do a range of scents, and it's quite vast. And they've all got amazing names. Like my favourite of them is called Dorian, obviously named after Dorian Gray. I didn't really want to order a big bottle of something because I didn't like it, and obviously being in the UK I've got to pay all the duty, postage and the price of it in itself, so it was going to turn into something very expensive if I didn't like it. But the good thing about this place is that they do little sample pods, so that's one of them. This is the Dorian one. I've got tons of these. You can give these a go and then obviously pick the 1 or 2 that you really love and order the full-size bottle. I've not actually found one that I love as yet, but I'm willing to go back and order more samples. So that's my roundup of my favourite Gothic and alternative scents. As I said at the beginning of the video, would love to hear what you wear, love to get some recommendations. If you wear any of these that I've been talking about, let me know what you think. You tell me what your favourite is. Until next time, see you later.